going on in this town right now. Alright, first of all, thank y'all so much for helping me out. I really do appreciate it. It's really simple. Here's how it's all going to go down. Okay.
Hi folks, and welcome to the Old Style Saloon number 10. In a few moments, you'll step back in time to witness what happened on that fateful day, August 2nd, 1876, when Wild Bill Hickock was gunned down by Crocked Nose Jack McCall. The employees of the number 10 will set the scene for you, so sit back, hang on to your sarsaparilla, and we'll start from the beginning. It was during the latter part of August, 1875. Frank Bryant and a party of 7 gazed down into a gulch of tangled, broken trees, which from then on was to be known as Deadwood Gulch. They made their way to the bottom and began to pan for gold. Soon the cry of gold echoed up and down the canyon walls. They hastily built a crude cabin east of their find, but nevertheless went on to prospect throughout the northern hills, only to return on November 8, 1875, to post a claim of their discovery. On the very next day, November 9, 1875, a second group filed a claim just short of 3 miles up the creek. This outlined a stretch that was destined to become known as the richest placer claim area not only in North America, but the entire Western Hemisphere. As news of this bonanza leaked out, the rush was on, resulting in a flood of mankind from all directions. The army could no longer stop the invasion of the fortune hunters. By August 2nd of 1876, Deadwood Gulch, now known as Deadwood City, and often referred to as Sin City, had acquired a worldwide reputation as a booming metropolis. Its surrounding hills and creeks were loaded with gold. Even greenhorns were said to be able to find nuggets, well, as they put it, bigger than horse turds. Its streets were lined with substantial businesses, offering everything from an opera house to dance halls, saloons and banks, stores of every sort, mainly saloons and gambling dens. Deadwood Gulch was jam-packed with every variety of mankind, good and bad. The likes of Wild Bill Hickock, Seth Rollins, Wyatt Earp, Calamity Jane, Colorado Charlie Utter, California Joe, and Preacher Smith. Somewhere between 4,000 to 6,000.
Talking about when his shot
They
goes
came
off,
with greed or lust,
the captain's gonna get it.
but the frenzied excitement that Deadwood provided well satisfied their pioneer spirits. 2 guys named Nuttall and Mann couldn't picture themselves seeking their fortune as prospectors, and instead built a house on their placer claim, number 10, which became known as Saloon number 10. On the morning of August 2nd, 1876, Perry Young was tending bar in the number 10. His hair was greased, as was customary for bartenders in gold camps. This was essential as part of a method used by bartenders to collect a little extra loot for themselves. Before reaching into a prospector's poke for a pinch of gold to collect for a given whiskey, the bartender would rub his fingers through his greasy hair, thus oiling them well. He would deposit the unoiled gold dust into the boss's tape, and by again rubbing his fingers through his hair, redeposit the oily flakes where it could be washed out later. It said that there was a bald-headed barkeep who was known to have half a dozen hairpieces, all well oiled. His take was enormous, as the laundering process was more efficient. The dance hall girls had arrived on Colorado Charlie Utter's wagon train in late June, ready and willing to entertain the thousands of eligible prospectors. Some came with hopes of finding the right man. Others came simply to make their own fortune. Their attire, somewhat more revealing than what was thought to be proper, was looked down upon by those trained in ladylike etiquette. But nonetheless, they brought to the gold rush an air of reckless, dazzling excitement. By August 2nd, 1876, they were well established up and down Deadwood City's main street, working around the clock in one fashion or the other. Honky-tonk piano and their songs of promising spirit filled the air. Many an unlucky prospector could find hope for tomorrow, for he knew what the night would bring. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Wild Bill Hickock entered Saloon number 10, seeking a little poker action. Charlie Rich, a gambler from Cheyenne,
Deal me in, I'll be there in a second. I gotta get a drink.
and Captain Massey, a riverboat captain from Missouri, were engaged in a game of draw poker and were quick to invite Bill to join them.
Yeah, about ready to clean him out over here.
While Bill's reputation demanded that he be exceedingly cautious. For instance, he never liked to sit with his back to the door. The vacant seat was so located, and a lively debate between Charlie Rich and Bill resulted in an attempt on Bill's part to get Charlie's chair.
Charlie, get out of my chair.
Heck no, Bill. This is my
Heck
chair.
no.
No, this is my
Bill
chair.
was not given his request, and grudgingly, with great hesitation, took the
You know I
empty chair.
sit there. Get it out.
In minutes, he stood up and again asked Charlie for his chair.
You just sit yourself down there and deal some cards. Come on, come on.
Bill
Dang it,
didn't
Charlie,
wait
I can't sit here. You know it. Get out of that chair.
Sit down. No, I ain't giving you my
Wariness,
chair.
though, kept
This is
Bill
my
alert.
chair. Look,
All
it says
Fine,
Bill.
fine.
It
I'll
says
take your
Bill
money,
on this
and
chair.
then I'll take your
Take
chair,
my money,
Charlie.
you can take
As
my money,
active as
get
card
Carl.
games are, Bill found himself quickly losing to Nancy, who lost to Bill the night before. Bill asked Harry for $15 worth of pocket checks. Harry brought them over to Bill and returned to the bar and his duties.
Alright, I better get to my cake. Oh, wow, you were on the ball, Harry.
Soon a
Thank you. I
shifty drifter
appreciate
known
that.
as Jack McCall entered the saloon. Bill quickly turned while drawing his gun. Recognizing McCall as a newcomer to town, he greeted him with a friendly,
Howdy, Jack.
then
He was
reholstered
in
his
here
gun
last night
and
playing. I
resumed the
can't
game.
believe he came back today.
Jack slowly circled the table, pausing briefly behind each player and analyzing each hand.
Alright, we're in the game. We're in the game. Oh, what are you betting there, Lucky? Oh, Tuesday bet. Or Tuesday Annie. Now it's your bet. Bet what?
While Bill's attention was on Nancy, there was a friendly argument between them.
What the
Charlie
hell?
Rich has
Bill
been
remarked,
drinking, so she's playing very well.
See how lucky you really are.
Upon returning directly behind Wild Bill, suddenly Jack McCall
So I'll tell you what. I mean,
Oh no!
take that
his
take.
left cheek and lodged in Captain's
Assassin!
left arm. It was discovered soon after the cards Bill was holding were kisses and hits, forever known as the dead man's hand.
Assassin! Assassin!
Except Carl Mann, who was held at bay by McCall.
Oh
Jack snapped the trigger
no!
of his gun several times.
Where's that money going?
He then ran out the door and up the street. He was hiding in the building behind
Bill!
the butcher shop. Later on in the day, he was tried in a miners' court. The jury, being tainted and influenced by a deceitful defense, found McCall not guilty, and he was released.
Ooh.
This decision not only outraged the judge, but also the general populace. McCall left the camp in haste. Upon reaching supposed safety in Wyoming, he began bragging of his ignoble deed. Word of this reached the U.S. Marshal, who tracked McCall down, arrested him, and sent him to Yankton to be tried again in Dakota Territory.
Yeah.
It was determined, since the first trial was held in Indian Territory, that it was not legal. McCall was found guilty and hung for his cowardly crime.
Yay.
He was buried in an unmarked grave on the edge of town. Later, as the town grew, the cemetery was moved. As the coffins were opened, one corpse was found with a rope around its neck. It was easily identified as Jack McCall, the assassin of Wild Bill.